how you doing? Blah, blah, blah performance. Yeah, I got beat by a Hellcat, and I want to know if your packages is gonna help me beat these Hellcat. I was like, well, let me ask you a question. What do you got? Well, I got an RT. I got a Challenger RT. I mean, that thing go good, man. That thing go good. I'm telling you what. That thing go good. How much did you get beat by the Hellcat by? Oh, I stopped counting when it was like by mile markers, like literally a couple of mile markers. Oh, okay. So what do you want to do? I want to build my car to beat him. Yeah, it's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen.
Now you f***ed up. Now you f***ed up. Now you f***ed up.
He goes, what? You can't make it happen? I go, I why don't you just buy a Hellcat and mod it better than his? Oh man, I thought y'all were a performance shop. I said, okay, this is how you're gonna beat the Hellcat. I'm gonna install a big block Chevy with twin 88s. Turbo 400, 93 rear end. We're going to brace the shit out of it, and you will gap any Hellcat ever. He goes, now that's what we're talking about. How much you think that going to be? I said about $125,000, $150,000. He's like,
all right, guys, so welcome back. Thank you for hanging out, spending a few moments here with me. If you're new, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Now, anybody that surfs the internet will find 5.7 haters. It's really not hard to come across. I mean, whether you're diving through the comment section or just looking through random videos, you're always going to spot these 5.7 haters. And this is something that I've dealt with for 4+ years. I started a channel based around a 5.7 and modding it up to a point where we're at right now, and I really have turned into a huge fan of the 5.7. Actually, I was a 5.7 when I had a stock RT, and one of the most frustrating parts about having a 5.7 was constantly defending it and defending my new purchase. There's so many people that were, you know, when I was a stock 5.7 or modding the 5.7, were saying just buy a scat pack. And even today, you know, I hear people all the time just saying, hey, just buy a Hellcat. I mean, with the amount of money that you're spending right here, you know, you could have got this, or you could have done this, and everything like that. And they're missing the spirit of modifying. They're missing the point of really modifying a trim level that you really feel comfortable not just living with, but also to having a couple extra bucks to do these kind of things. A lot of people really don't want to max out their credit card right in the beginning, and you know, that's understandable. Now, the guy that's in the beginning is saying something that has been said a lot, okay? And if you have a 5.7, if you want to keep up with any kind of other vehicle that's a V8 on the road, the thing that you're going to have to do is basically take that 5.7 out and drop something else in there, because the 5.7 is just not capable of keeping up with other vehicles. So I lost my train of thought there. The little guy is yelling. I just dropped off my other son to school and such. But really, the point that I'm trying to make is that if you have a 5.7, you understand that there's a big struggle that comes along with this. And I think a lot of 392 owners feel the same way. When I load up a 392 build, I'm constantly defending the 392 from why didn't you just buy a Hellcat commenters and such. Every trim level just deals with this nonsense, and I think it removes a lot of the fun, a lot of the excitement of actually modding when you post stuff online and you constantly have to combat these naysayers or these people that are trying to make sense of this hobby. Trying to make sense of modding a vehicle is really silly in my eyes, and I constantly see people trying to do this. You know, if you put this amount of money into this and you did this and that and the other thing, and you're like, just stop trying to break it down. Stop trying to make sense of modding a vehicle. It's the silliest thing, because if we were really all trying to make sense, we would be in some kind of a hybrid that gets 50 miles per gallon. None of this shit makes sense. None of it. So, you know, starting with the 5.7 and trying to say that you should have gotten a different trim level is just a silly argument. And to say that you have to peel out the 5.7 for another engine is even a dumber statement, because we've proven time and time again that the 5.7 has the capacity to run 9s, if not even better. And I'm gonna give another shout out to my buddy Modern Red Hemi for sticking with the 5.7. He's got a stock bottom end running 15 pounds of boost on E85, upgraded fueling, you know, and a whole bunch of other bolt-ons, and he's, you know, crushing it. He's got a 10.4 in the quarter mile, and I know he's going to be sticking with the 5.7 displacement, and he's going to be forging the internals. I believe he's going with a 6.1 crankshaft, so he might actually increase his displacement just a tad. I think it's like a 5.8, similar to like the drag pack and whatnot, but you know, he's not going to be too far off from the 5.7. Now, I went with a 6.5 in my Charger, and that's because you know, when I was forging, when I was looking at the options of forging my internals, I was like, you know what, I can do a stroker kit and run less boost because the larger displacement. But if you don't have a problem running 15-20 pounds of boost, man, you can make some crazy power with the 5.7. But you know, the 5.7 hate is certainly there, and it's something that I've personally dealt with for a very long time. I've gotten into so many arguments with people about the 5.7, and people just don't see the potential. They want to skip right over it, go to that Hellcat, and you know, it is what it is. It's a matter of personal preference, but I don't know, what are you doing here? You're a noisy little guy, huh? Come on. You're a noisy little man. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. This is something that I figured I would weigh in on, and it's because I never really actually spoke about the amount of hate that this car gets specifically. So, you know, every time that I go on TikTok or Instagram or shoot, even YouTube, and I see the 5.7, there's always heavily debated topics about, you know, you should just throw the 5.7 in the garbage pail and start with a brand new engine, and I just don't think that's the case, you know. So yeah, guys, all right, I'll check you on the next upload. Hopefully this guy's chitter chatter didn't come through on this video too much, but all right, guys, I'll check you on the next one.